Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Endurance Chaps. Glad that you can join us again. We're here just getting ready for qualifying practice. We've got an hour session tonight. We're about a minute away from track going green. And then all of the cars, so all the hypercars, the LMP2s, as well as the LMGT3s, will be back on track for the second time this week for an hour off qualifying. Top 8 from this session in each class will head into Hyperpole, which is tomorrow at 8 PM local time. Do let us know where you are. And the fast lane has just opened. Sorry guys, I had a little bit of a throat cough. Hope you all were doing alright tonight. I'm joined by Chaps today. Isidor, again.
Hello everybody.
He's currently just eating some food, so he'll just be me for a little bit, which is fine. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wrapping up my dinner here.
I hope you enjoyed the stream earlier. We had a great time watching the free practice 1. And as I said previously, we will be open for business, you could say, for the next for the next hour. And then from then, we'll be doing as much as we can this week for the Le Mans week. And the qualifying has just started. Believe that the 15 BMW M Motorsport Team WRT off Dries Van Thor is currently the first car out of the pits. So the top cars of each class will qualify for Hyperpole, and then the rest of the positions are determined today, and the other positions, the top 8 in each class, will be decided tomorrow in a Hyperpole. That Hyperpole is about 30 minutes long. I think it's about 12 minutes each. Well, 10 minutes each, so quite tight, nippy. But yeah, it will be very interesting. If you are watching, do let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting. If you have any questions or anything you want to say, do let us know. We'll do our best to answer them. Would love to know where you are watching from. It looks like the 70 Inception Racing McLaren is stopped in the pit lane. It looks like it's just done a control alt delete. It's going again back into the pit lane, fast lane. And what's interesting is that this session, any driver of any car can do this session. it doesn't matter on your driver rating, so it is purely the fastest of the fast. Current air temperature is 19.4 degrees Celsius, 43% humidity, so it's gone down a little bit, and a track temperature of 29.4. Still 3 cars in the pits at the moment. The number 86 GR Racing Ferrari 296 GT3. The number 93 Peugeot 9X8, as well as the number 99 Proton Competition Porsche 963 in the hypercar class. Both the BMWs have just crossed the line to start their laps.
This might be the only time that the Isidor Frascini car is in the top 10 this weekend.
Absolutely.
Given the massive troubles that they've had for a while. Yeah. Not only today.
But just in general, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks like the Isidor Frascini has already spun out the Dunlop chicane. Jean-Paul Vernet in that car currently just maybe got a little bit too much curb and just spun it. It was right behind the Vector.
Putting a car on the grid for this year's WEC is an interesting choice, given that Isidor Frascini, an Italian luxury car manufacturer, haven't produced a single car except for this. Yeah. A new car, at least, since 1998. They have made the Isidor Frascini Tipo 8, the Tipo 8A, 8B, and shocker, 8C.
Yeah. I was mentioning earlier with Ollie that the last time that they produced a racing car was in 1908. So over 100 years ago. So, you'll see how it goes.
Bold choice. I doubt there's much left of the original Isidor Frascini. I think it's more just a use of the name.
The name, yeah.
The same as with the...
Like BMW has set the fastest lap so far. Ferrari 83A, of course, have just come through as well.
Yeah, just waiting for stuff to start coming in on our end here. Seems like the live timing could be maybe not off.
Delayed.
Don't think it's delayed. I don't just think that they haven't updated it 100% yet, but that should be coming in soon-ish. TM. But yeah, Isidor, who haven't made a passenger car for 26 years and a race car for over 100 years.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Currently got the 50 Ferrari, of course, for Antonio Fuoco, currently setting the fastest lap at 3:25.3. In LMP2, the number 65 Panis Racing LMP2 Pro-Am, 3:34.5. Still no GT3s, and the GT3s are just coming through, setting their fastest times. It's currently, well, I'm not going to say anything because it keeps changing. It was Daniel Juncadella with the TF Sport 82 Corvette with a 401. Darren Leon with a 4001. Charlie Eastwood in a 357. And currently, Proton Competition, Ford Mustang, number 77, fastest with a 3:55.888. Wow. Who do you think is going to come out on pole this time?
I'm not 100% sure. As I've said previously, I'm not. I don't know enough to put out good predictions. But I mean, if we're gonna be extremely boring, I'm gonna say one of the Toyota cars.
Well, yeah. What's really interesting as well is that all the Cadillacs are to get 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yeah,
all the Ferraris all go together, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
The timing for us here have not been updated
Not
yet.
working.
No, the cars are running.
Should we try and work?
I
think we should try and use that 71 timing thing.
I am going to quickly hop over to this screen for a solid second here as we try to solve the technical difficulties that we are currently experiencing.
Toyota has just done the fastest lap, 3:24.754. Wow, that is fast.
And I have indeed fixed it. I just needed to give it a quick reload.
Oh, lovely.
The Toyota Gazoo Racing, yeah, P1, said it,
Yeah.
called it.
Oh, no, 50
Called it.
Ferrari's gone top as well now, 3:24.731. And the Cadillac goes first, 3:24.6. Wow. Currently in GT3, Inception Racing, McLaren currently first with the 3:55.480. Cadillac still on top. This is wow. Wow.
It is interesting because yet again, it does not seem like we are getting that through over on this end. So I will try to check something else out. Because for me, it still says that Toyota Gazoo Racing, car number 7, is on top. If we do this,
What have you changed?
absolutely nothing, just loaded up a fresh version of the timing. See if that works. If not, we will move over to something else.
Yeah. And it does look like the 77 Proton competition Mustang has taken a faster lap again. 3:55.263. We've got 15 minutes of this started so far. Got 45 minutes left. Seeing quite a few people come back into the pits now, so we're going to have Ollie join us now. So, good evening, Ollie. Welcome back.
Good chat, Ollie. Nice to have you here.
Whoops, sorry, my mic was still muted.
What I did not expect was Cadillac first.
First and fourth at the moment.
Like, wow.
Really unlocked some pace, haven't they? Out of nowhere.
And the Mustang are in first currently.
And the AO by TF spiking.
Faster
Ahead of
than
the
his
Isidor
offer
for
machine. Yeah.
So to the surprise of literally no one. And their best lap is 4 seconds.
Yeah, Ollie, I was
Oh, no.
mentioning earlier that the brand Isidor Frescini haven't produced a single new car since 1998, except for, well, this.
Except for
If we can call it a car.
joke of a blimmin'
Series.
series manufacturer unit. Whoa, sideways. So much for gaining time on that lap, my friend. Although it looked close. I'll tell you what, if he hadn't got sideways there, that would have been a time gain from the.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we take, the Isidor Frescini has improved.
Huh?
Still 3 seconds off the main pack. I'm classing the main pack as the Lamborghini forwards because the Porsche Penske is like 2 seconds off the Iron Lambo. So I don't think they've set a representative time.
And yes, it does seem like we have a few technical difficulties, so I will put you guys on this beautiful, lovely slideshow while we sort this out.
Lots of improvements coming through. 23 hypercars and 18 of them covered by 2 seconds.
It's incredible. This is what we've been waiting for.
So welcome back, everybody. It seems like we
Welcome
have hopefully at least temporarily sorted all of our issues here. We have new live timing. And hopefully this works.
It's pretty. We might not be able to get a map, but at least we got some working and up-to-date settings for that.
Yes. And if you ask me, this is better than me having to run around and reload the timing every...
The WEC TV.
Yeah, every time someone crosses the finish line. As Nick Tandy set a personal best time.
Yeah, 26.3. So that means that we've now got 19 cars within a second and a half of pole. Well, 1.6 just.
Yeah, get your numbers straight, Ollie.
Make that 20 cars. Oh no, not quite yet. It will be before long though, because we've got another Cadillac yet to set a properly meaningful lap time.
Tandy did get a little bit of traffic on that lap as well, so hopefully he can improve a little bit more than that.
Oh, that's the lap time that we saw about a minute ago.
Yeah.
I always forget the timing 71 is so far ahead of. The others. That's interesting. Only 2 cars, as they're talking about the LMGT3s on the live WEC.tv stream right now. Only 2 LMGT3s into the 55s so far.
Yeah.
The Proton Competition Ford Mustang LMGT3 and the Inception Racing, that number 70 car that led, of course, the FP1 session pretty much from flag to flag. I think that number 70.
And then got
Inception
pipped
Racing
at the
car.
end, yeah. Got pipped at the end to...
Yeah, got pipped right at the death.
The Codis ASP Lexus.
Yeah.
Literally on the last lap as well.
So the Ford Mustang LMGT3 for Proton competition there is a 355.2. The 70 Inception Racing McLaren 720S LMGT3 is a 55.40. And then the next car is that Heart of Racing number 27, currently driven by Daniel Mancinelli. The Aston Martin Vantage AMR, obviously, which is a 356.243, 0.8 of a second, covering there, and then it's a long drop down to the back of the LMGT3 field. The last car on the LMGT3 field hasn't yet set a lap. It's the GR Racing Ferrari 296 LMGT3. The next car to have set a valid lap is that Team WRT by Augusto Farfus, that BMW M4, which struggled in free practice as well until later into the session.
So that 31 WRT was originally Darren Leong, who is their bronze driver, and it does seem like they're putting all of their pro drivers in, their pro and gold drivers into the car now. So they swapped Darren Leong to Farfus now.
But that car, a 4-minute 0.1, so that is, that's the best, that's the best part of 5 seconds off the pace. It'll be interesting to see. But neither BMW M4 is doing well in this qualifying session so far. In fact, they are now the last 2 cars to have set a valid lap time.
Yeah.
a 4-minute .108 and a 4-minute .178. Only 700 separating them respectively, but clearly that car's struggling to pull the pace a little bit.
Klaus Bachler's just set a new personal best. 3:57.7. Alan James in the LMP2. 3:55.0.
Oh, what? A quadruple stint?
Insane. Yes, they are.
I don't understand why, because isn't the actual race weekend predicted to be wet, which means that your slick tyres are essentially unlimited?
Pretty much.
Because if you can do more than one stint on a wet tyre, then your management of the slick tyres becomes 90% easier straight away.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thankfully, with so many cars on track and everyone pushing to the absolute limits of their car, thankfully we've seen, at least not since I've been in, we've seen no yellow flags so far, no slow zones either.
No, absolutely. That's probably going to be the main thing off this session, is trying to keep it as green as possible. Any issues will really, really ruin anyone else's chance at getting anything.
Well, it can also really hamper the run plans of the teams for these qualifying sessions.
Yeah, especially if they're putting in their faster drivers now, just trying to get those guys back into the swing of things. Yeah, need it.
Okay, so the number 2 Cadillac has just left the pit lane. They currently sit P5. It's Alex Lynn that's now in that car. Oh, and Maxime Martin sets a new best time in the number 46 Team WRT BMW M4. And that has lifted well up. 3:57.3. So yeah, putting in the
14th in class currently.
Yeah, so putting in the
professional.
Yeah, class is 14th. Putting in the professional has found them a lot of time for sure. Klaus Bachler sets another best lap time. That takes the Manthey Pure Racing up to 13th in class now. Incredible. In that Porsche 911. That's a 57.2, that new lap time for Klaus Bachler. Still 2 seconds off of that Ford Mustang in the hands of Benjamin Barker. Although obviously he is a gold driver, so we'll wait and see. Klaus Bachler obviously only a silver.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting when these hypercars decide to start rolling out to hit more laps, because a lot of them at the moment are... We've pretty much got a split field on the hypercars at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
About 3/4 or 2/3 of them are currently out and running, and the other third are sat in the pit lane. Really, it's everyone in the bottom half that needs to be out and running at the moment, because because getting into Hyperpole here will mean a lot to these teams. And I believe Hyperpole at Le Mans is the top
8.
I want to say top. Is it only the top 8? I thought it
Yeah.
was top 12. God. So that's really restricted. So we could get one of every manufacturer into the top 8. Not that we will, because the Sotto Frascini are never going to get near that. Unless there's a significant amount of death. So we could get 7 of 8 manufacturers in that.
Don't jinx
shootout.
it.
And at the moment, we have got. Well, at the moment, apart from Lamborghini Iron Link, we have got 6 of the 8 hypercar manufacturers sitting in the top 8. However, they might not all stay there because the Alpine has gone fastest in the hands of Paul Chatan, who is their gold driver.
Nicolas Lapierre has just set his fastest time. 3:25, 3:78.
So is Pipo Derani in the number 311, the IMSA Cadillac, but it's still not. They are now onto the back of the main pack. It's a 3:26.3, so they're getting closer. They're getting closer. A second would find them on the brink of being in that top 8. New fastest lap time for the LMP2 is the cool racing of Malte Jacobsen. He has done a 3:32.827, puts him 3/10 clear at the front of the field from the AO by TF Sport Spiky. Although the AO by TF car still holds pole for the LMP2 Pro-Am.
Of course. Got loads of new times coming in. We've got Michel Gassing setting a 3:56.5. That's put them in the Iron Dames team. Currently 5th in class, which is incredible, seeing that they had a pretty poor run in the free practice 1.
Yeah,
back there as
clearly
well,
found something in that Lamborghini in between the practice and the qualifying session. Either that, or they just weren't ready to show their full hand of cards in practice. Wanted to keep a little bit hidden.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good luck from Klaus Bachler as well. You can't understate that.
No, exactly. And what's interesting as well with that Iron Dames and Iron Lynx team is the Iron Lynx yellow Lamborghini is currently 10th, so not too bad. Oliver Jarvis has just set a personal best of 3:35.0. Jarvis is in the number 22 United Autosports LMP2, currently P9 in class overall.
P6 in
subclass. LMP2.
Yeah, good laps. Pipo Derani coming into the pit lane now. Maybe getting out of that number 311 hypercar, which would be interesting.
Brent Viscal in the number 9. Set a new personal best of 3:34.9. That puts them 9th in class in the Proton competition.
A new best for the Benjamin Hanley driven number 23 as well. That's
3rd in class now, 2nd in LMP2 Pro-Am.
Yeah, absolutely. Managed to split in between the Panis Racing and AO by TF cars. Yeah, that's big for them.
Milo's just set his personal best. So has Philip Hansen in both the Jotas.
25.1.
3:25.1 and 3:25.8. Lawrence Hoare in the 33 DKR Engineering LMP2, 3:34.3, sorry. Frank Perot has just improved as well with the Iron Links to P4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stoffel Van Dorn entering the pits, as well as Andrea Cardarelli in the 19 hypercar. Augusto Farfus in the 31 BMW has set their new first lap time. That puts them 13th in class, 52nd overall. Quite a few people entering pits now. This is really interesting. They seem to be going out in little bunches, don't they? What's amazing is there's currently 12 cars in hypercar within a second. Looks like one of the LMP2s has had a moment in Tete Rouge. Clement Novalak in the 34 Inter-Europol competition LMP2 set a lap of 3:34.8. That's currently P7 in class, P3 in the subclass. Dennis Olsen in the 88 Proton competition Mustang currently improving. Still only second from last, but improving.
Hello, I have returned.
Hello, happened.
Just had to go and clear up some of my dinner stuff.
Fair enough.
Here we go. Almost the whole hypercar field now in the pit lane.
The thing is, as they were just saying to Durrani, if you want to do more than one lap, you need the mediums.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jean-Carl Vernet set his personal best 3:22.8. in the Isotta Fascini. Doesn't improve him anywhere near to the Lamborghini, but 5.2 seconds now.
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous gap, isn't it? I mean, I guess on the bright side, they're only like 2.3 seconds off the next car, but being 5.2 seconds off the absolute pace is a joke.
It's a bit embarrassing for me.
Yellow flags, marshal post 11. That is exit of the Daytona chicane. We have got yellow flags.
First yellow flags of the session. We've lasted pretty much 40 minutes until we got this yellow flag. So
Yellow removed at marshal post 11. We are track
There we
clear.
go.
I'm assuming that's just someone having a spin.
hearing that quite a few.
Quite a few laps being deleted. Yeah. However, we do also have new best laps coming in. Davide Origon in the number 54 car has moved the Vista AF Corsa number 12 car. The number 54 car up to P12 in class overall. And I think we've lost Charlie.
Good evening, hello.
Oh no, he is there. There we go. I think your internet had a little bit of a bobble.
Had a
whilst
little
you
bit
were
of
talking
a thought,
minute
yeah.
ago. But we're all good now.
I do want to know what Nick De Vries is showing.
Here we go. This is going to be what our yellow flag was for, possibly.
Oh,
Yeah,
Toyota
that'll be what the
number
yellow flag
8.
was.
Wow. Those tyres aren't going to be liking him.
What do you mean you don't know if he's going to have flat spotted them? He put up enough smoke for it to be considered a tactical smoke screen. Yes, he flat spotted them. Good God. Here we go. Peugeot 93, I believe that is. Just leaving the pit lane.
We've already got car 65, Matthias Besch, with a warning flag for track limit, so not good for the first one I've seen so far.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So that means he is on his 5th, and if he gets one more, it is a track limits penalty, which is generally a stop and go. And that is the problem with these practice sessions, and it's specifically these qualifying sessions, is that you are so aware of how you push.
But you've got to push as fast as you can to get into that top 8.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, it's not worth your time pushing extremely hard if you're either A, going to crash, or B, get the time deleted for track limits. You know?
Truth. If you can't set it on a proper lap time, then no point doing it.
Yeah, if you can't set it on a valid lap, it's just not gonna. It's not worth your time, is it?
Not really.
Yellow flags, marshal post 3. That is the exit of the Dunlop. It's up there somewhere. We might see it happen live. That's what it is. Might be that hypercar that's just rolling slowly under the picture there. Not
That
entirely
looked like a
sure.
Ferrari to me. Yeah, that's 51 Ferrari.
It's moving. Yellow flags are still out. No, that hypercar's up to speed. Or was it for that?
Maybe it was this number 6 Porsche.
Oh. No, because the yellow flag has only just come out on... So it won't be for that. Because the yellow flag has only just come out on the live stream. And this is a replay, so... here we go, it's Bortolotti in the number 63. The number 63 Iron Lynx, there it is.
Oh no.
That's not a spin. That is a car that's lost power, its rear lights were out.
Yeah.
Oh no. He's got sideways very early. God, yeah, the weight of these cars. Just got a swapper on.
That's happened quite a few times now, actually. That sort of move. He has also did it earlier in the session.
So he's gone round and then obviously had to power cycle it to get it moving. And we are green flag track clear, so he's done a refire on that engine and has managed to get moving.
Good, good.
Just not yet on the live stream. There we go. Found reverse. Good lad.
Yeah. What's really amazing is that the Cadillac is still the fastest, followed by the 50 Ferrari.
Yeah, we'll wait and see whether any of that changes, because there are best sector times coming in for the number 7. Number 7 set the overall fastest, best sector 2. Andlau are not finding time, getting those tyres moving. The far more important Mustang in the background.
Yes. Is that a Mustang counter I hear, Ches?
Oh. One of the worst places. Go on.
I'm having some technical difficulties. Nothing that will affect the stream, but I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Alright.
No worries. Massive issue for that. I mean, it's just the worst place to catch GT3 traffic because they are so slow in that run of 3 corners up to Tetra Rouge onto the Mulsanne Straight. Car number 27 has picked up a warning flag for track limits.
The heart racing Aston Martin.
Indeed it is. Who of course are currently... Oh, they're now P4 in class. Oh, the Iron Lynx. The official Lamborghini has now moved to P3 in class in LMGT3. I didn't see when that happened.
No, I didn't see that either.
56-1. Car 311 under investigation, exiting the garages with tyres fitted on at 6:55 local time.
Maxime Martin has just set the fastest lap time for the number 46 Team WRT BMW. Currently sitting 14th, sorry, not 13th. 14th in class at the moment.
And those BMWs are not split by a lot on pace at the moment. Really not split by a lot on pace at the moment. Kevin Astra, number 6, new fastest lap time. It's a 25.0. That has found them a couple of positions up to P6 now.
So they are in the top 8, which pushes the BMW
Pushes the BMW out
of Dries
the top
Van
8.
Thor out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Esteban
But
Masson has set a new personal best.
both of those BMWs are out and running. And they need
But
to be.
can they find
They
any
need
more
to find
time?
Well, they've been
Dries
running
Van
the
Thor
same
currently
set
in
the
number
whole...
15, yeah.
They've been running the same tyres the whole session, so they've only just put on a new set of boots. So theoretically, they should be able to find time at this stage.
Absolutely. Dries Van
But-
Thor is currently sitting fastest, his personal best lap times, sector times. So he's just done a 32.4 in the first sector, a 118.8 in the second sector, which is very fast. We'll see what he can do in the last sector. That should vault them
Shabby in
up a
the
little
middle
bit, though.
Should find them a bit of time. 2 personal bests. They'll be coming to the finish line any minute now, should be.
Mirko Bortolotti, currently 14th at the moment, is also setting a good first sector of 32.2. 2 tenths faster than the current BMW in 9th position.
But then 5 tenths slower through. 5 tenths slower through that middle sector. Gonna be about another 30 seconds until we get that number 15 BMW over the line. He's come over the line. No, he hasn't, not yet.
Not
I hyped
yet.
myself up too early. It's not going to be long till he does. 3-1-1, no further action, exiting the garage with tyres fitted.
Anytime now, Dries Van Thor should take it over. Dries Van Thor
takes it to the
goes
top.
to pole.
24-4 in the BMW M Hybrid V8 out of nowhere. That car has not been pole worthy all weekend so far, and out
They've
of
been
nowhere
strong, but
puts it at the
not
top.
this fast.
What a lap! 2 tenths of a second over the Cadillac. That's a huge lap from Dries Van Thor.
Frederick Vesti, as well as Colin Brown, have just set their fastest laps. Colin Brown currently 16th in class, last in LMP2. That CrowdStrike racing car isn't doing too well, really, is it?
No, the 47 car, the cool racing car, is only just ahead of them with Frederick Vestian. So those guys, as much as they're setting new personal bests, they're not actually brilliant times.
No.
God, that BMW does look like it's driving really nicely. You've got to admit it.
That looked very fast.
What's going to go wrong here then? Oh,
Oof.
oh, that's massive. I'm surprised. How did we not get a yellow flag for that?
Yeah.
Is it because he technically went down the
Off
escape
track.
road?
Yeah.
He wasn't in a dangerous position. Julian Andlauer in the number 99 sets a new best time. That's a 25.9, not finding them into the top 8, but does put them just a second and a half off of the overall. Now, of course, qualifying, as much as it can be important, we've got to remember that this is a 24-hour race, and cars are setting up their cars, teams are setting up their cars to be better for different parts of the weekend.
Absolutely.
So let's all hold our breaths for a little bit. As much as they might be a second and a half off the pace in qualifying, that does not mean they're going to be a second and a half a lap off the pace when we get to race trim.
100%.
And Augusto Farfus has finally moved that other BMW off the bottom of the table to set a new best lap, 56.947. God, they've had a lap removed, I think. And Oliver Jarvis has moved the number 2 United Autosports LMP2 up the grid as well. Currently 7th in class. Was significantly further down than that just a couple of minutes ago.
If you are watching us on YouTube, give us a like, give us a subscribe, let us know where you're watching from. Callum Milot, currently the Hertz Team Jota, has been pushed out off the top 8. Ferrari, of course, of 51 have pipped them.
Yeah, I missed that message actually.
It's really interesting at the moment. Paul-Luc Chatin in the number 35 Alpine, the only gold driver in the top 12.
Yeah, interesting.
Frederick Vesti
really,
in
really
new personal best.
35.3, still not found any positions.
Klaus Bachler, fastest lane, puts him 4th in class in that Manti Pure Racing car. Dennis Olsen in the 88 as well, pretty fast. Fabio Scherer, last year's winner, 24, currently 10th in class. Wow. Pipa Durrani's currently setting some fast laps as well.
I mean, that number 3 car, I think they're safe. I don't think they need another lap.
They don't, but
I don't think there's not going to be 6 cars. There's not going to be 6 cars that go faster than a 24.6. They don't have to worry. They don't have to worry about it. The number 3 car, they're okay. It's, I would say, anyone below the Alpine of Paul-Luc Chatin in P5 is going to have to be thinking about doing another lap.
Yeah.
I think there's too many cars that could improve to that level. Yellow flags. Yellow flags. Marshall Post 33. That's towards the end of the lap, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yellow flag, you say?
Yes, Marshall Post
You heard
33.
right.
I might get up a Marshall Post map of Le Mans.
Good idea.
I just printed out the spotter guide. I have everything on paper. Red flag, red flag, red flag.
No way.
Red flag.
Oh my god, it is. That's got to have been a huge crash. Marshall Post 33 is going to be in the... Jesus Christ, it's going to be in the Porsche curves, isn't it?
Oh no. Not again.
Marshall Post 33 is the exit of the Porsche curves.
That's not good then.
In fact, we might see whatever has happened here. This yellow flag is right ahead of where this Toyota is right now.
There it is. There it is.
Huge crash. There it is. Massive, massive off.
Just waiting for it to come around on my screen as well.
Session will not be resumed, so this
No,
is
there's not long enough. There wasn't long enough to get out and do another lap, so that's it. So that is it.
Oh,
No, he won't.
wow.
Red flag. There it is.
His
Car
teammate.
7. Car 7,
His
Kobayashi,
teammate.
is under investigation for causing a red flag in the qualifying session. That is huge for them. That could mean that neither Toyota GR010 hybrid ends up in the top 8. Because that number 7 car could get its time removed for causing that red flag.
He takes too much curb out and straight
That's
into
horrific.
the gravel there.
Thankfully,
That's not good.
doesn't hit any walls. That is the crucial part for Toyota. The time might get removed, but there is no damage to that car. That is what
They
that is
have
the
been
best.
they have been grayed out on the timing sheet here. On the
They have been grayed out on the timing sheet, but that is only because they are stopped. So they could well be disqualified from taking part in the Fast 8, which means that it would go to the next car, and P9 at the moment is the Hertz Team Jota Porsche 963.
Someone on X posted only one Toyota is going into Hyperpole. We don't know about that.
Not yet, Chief.
Might not even be one.
Might not even be any of them.
Yeah. Car causing a red flag. Any car causing a red flag in one of the qualifying sessions will have all or part of its lap times deleted from that qualifying session, except under exceptional circumstances. Any car causing a red flag may not be allowed to rejoin the qualifying session.
So cars 3, 15, 14, 37, 50, 70, and 77 is to go to scrutineering.
That is normal.
But that many? Or
Yeah.
So few of them, I mean, sorry.
Top three of each class.
Okay.
I would assume that the FIA will be removing at least enough of that number 7 car's lap times for it not to take part in the top 8. And that's a puncture for the Lamborghini Iron Lynx SC63 as well.
Extremely interesting end here.
It's got to be a puncture, right? No way is he still managing to wangle his way in.
Well, a Mustang is currently on pole. What a result for them.
We've got Hyperpole yet. Don't forget that.
Of course, of course. Car 51 under investigation for pit stop at 19:15.
So that means that we're going to have 1 BMW, 2 Cadillacs, 2 Ferraris, 1 Alpine, and 2 Porsches making up our Fast 8.
It's incredible.
It also means that neither Toyota is going to start in the top 10 at Le Mans for the first time in a long time. It's been a long time since those guys competed at Le Mans and didn't start in the top 10.
Yeah. But wow, what a result for there, and obviously BMW and WRT.
I mean, BMW have been struggling all year, so I don't know really where they've managed to unlock that pace from. Because they've not been on it so far this season.
Absolutely.
Especially
and obviously this isn't
in IMSA.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't the Hyperpole, so we don't know who's going to be on pole. It could be any of the top 8, really. So it could be a Beamer, a Cadillac, Ferrari, perhaps a Toyota, Alpine, and Porsche. But we'll see what happens.
I have a funny feeling that that number 63 car is still struggling back to the pit lane. Oh no, they've managed to get it back to the pit lane, I think. Unless it's the 19 Lamborghini, but they've managed to make it back to the pit lane as well. So whatever that vibration was, clearly not bad enough to halt them from getting back.
Yeah, of course.
Right, I am heading to the shops quickly, so I will be back in a bit. I will see you guys later. Bye.
Should we get some pictures running on the stream then?
Absolutely. Let's head over to our slideshow for a few minutes, maybe.
So, what a result for this. BMW, currently fastest from qualifying. Obviously, will get us through to the top 8. But we'll see what happens for the rest of it. Hyperpole tomorrow. As we've already mentioned, we'll be live throughout this Le Mans week. We were live earlier for free practice 1. Live for this. We'll be live in a couple of hours as well, just for the free practice 2, which will be running into the night. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. We'll also be live tomorrow morning. Well, sorry, tomorrow afternoon for free practice 3 at 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. local time. We'll also be live at 6:30 till 7:30 for Road to Le Mans Race 1 with LMP3s and GT3 machinery. After that, it will be Hyperpole at 8 p.m. and then another night practice at 10 p.m. till 11 p.m. On Saturday morning, we'll be live at 10:35 a.m. local time for the Race 2 of Road to Le Mans. And then we'll be live throughout the entire duration of the 24 hours of Le Mans 2024. 4 p.m. start local time. Stream will be live throughout the night. However, we might not be alive. We might not be alive, but we will be alive. We'll just might be sleeping or getting some sleep and some rest. So, but we'll be around as much as we can.
I know me personally, I barely sleep as is. So
Same
what's probably gonna happen is that I might just sleep in like at my desk. Simple as that.
Yeah. Same. But anyway, let's go through the order of tonight's qualifying, and we'll include the top 8 that go through to Hyperpole tomorrow evening. Number 15, BMW Team WRT of Dries van Thor, setting the pace tonight. A 3:24.465. Wow. Just 0.1 second behind Sebastian Bourdais in the Cadillac Racing number 3 Cadillac. Antonio Fuoco in the number 50 Ferrari AF Corsa next. Kamui Kobayashi in the number 7 Toyota Gazoo Racing. Currently under investigation, though, for causing a red flag. So they might be in the Hyperpole tomorrow. They might not. After that, Paul-Luc Chatin in the number 35 Alpine Endurance Team Alpine. Number 2 Cadillac Racing with Alex Lynn in 6th position. Number 51 Ferrari of Corsa of Alessandro Pierguidi in P7. So, we'll be back tonight later on for the rest of Free Practice 2, the night racing. We hope you join us then. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen now. And we'll see you soon. Thank you very much, guys.
Yep. Not much for me to add to that, except for we will see you all later.